My poor mother, she could hardly pay the rent. It's been a long time coming, but I know the change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
Hockey moms, you know, they say the difference between a hockey mom and a pit bull? Lipstick. I love those hockey moms. You know, they say the difference between a hockey mom and a pit bull? Lipstick.
And that's the Pitbull, the attack dog, only this is one with a smile on her face and in heels. And that's the Pitbull, the attack dog, only this is one with a smile on her face and in heels. And that's the Pitbull, the attack dog, only this is one with a smile on her face and in heels.
Campaign would much rather have the story about phony and foolish diversions than about the future. This happens every election cycle. Every 4 years, this is what we do. We've got an energy crisis. We have education we have an education system that is not working for too many of our children and making us less competitive. We have an economy that is creating hardship for families all across America. We've got 2 wars going on. Veterans coming home not being cared for. And this is what they want to talk about. Enough.
He worked as a community organizer. He worked. I said. Okay. Maybe this is the first problem on the resume. He worked as a community organizer. He worked as a community.
Bring people together to rejuvenate communities that had fallen on hard times, to set up job training programs in areas that had been hard hit when the steel plants closed. That's relevant only in understanding where I'm coming from, who I believe in, who I'm fighting for, and why I'm in this race. And the question I have for them is, why would that kind of work be ridiculous? Who are they fighting for? What are they advocating for? Do they think that the lives of those folks who are struggling each and every day, that working with them to try to improve their lives is somehow not relevant to the presidency? I think maybe that's the problem. That's part of why they're out of touch and they don't get it, because they haven't spent much time working on behalf of those folks. I don't care what they say about me, but I love this country too much to let them take over another election with lies and phony outrage and swift vote politics. Enough is enough.
You talk in the speech today about changing the way Washington does business, but your campaign is run by 2 of the biggest lobbyists in Washington. How do you respond to that?
Look, they are not lobbyists, but
pretty much his whole inner circle is made up of lobbyists. Now, one of them is named Charlie Black, one of the biggest, most powerful lobbyists in Washington, D.C., a big power player in Republican politics. And the Washington Post came out with an article on Friday detailing McCain's connections with lobbyists. And one thing that came out in that article is that Charlie Black, this big mega lobbyist who's helping to run McCain's campaign, is actually running his lobbying business now over the phone from the Straight Talk Express.
Lobbyists in Washington to run the campaign, and when he was called on it, his top lobbyist actually had the nerve to say, the American people won't care about this. Well, I think the American people do care about it. And I know they have a clear choice in this election. We can either have an election in which we are taking on the root causes of special interest dominated politics in Washington, or we can ignore the problem and we can wake up 4 years from now and still be talking about an energy crisis, and still be talking about a healthcare crisis, and still be talking about a tax code that's not fair to you. I don't want to wake up that way. Neither
either do you. That's a choice we've got in this election. We're going to change how politics is done in Washington.